Hi everyone, I'm Phillip. I'm doing a refutation on my opponent's claim, which was the MPAA rating system is flawed, which I strongly disagree. One of the secondary claims they puts is the MPAA has a negative effect on filmmakers, which I have a response to this by saying, basically the people that the filmmakers, they make the movies for the public, and the public decides if they want to watch it or not, depending on their personalities and their characteristics, of course. And then he also on the same secondary claim, he discussed about the higher ratings of the movie or on the film that it loses a lot of money and a lot of audience, which I did a research about it, and then there are a lot of different movies where they are R-rated, like Pirates of the Caribbean. They're R-rated, but then a lot of people still watch them. They get a lot of views, and then also they make a lot of money because of that. And like my counterclaim to his claim was basically saying like people would rather watch a movie not for the ratings or just what the critics say, but they would just go for their thoughts or their personality, like what they want. And the second claim was basically saying the rating system is completely opaque and in their process and standards, which lead us to be unsure of the quality of the ratings, which means he's saying that just because the process and standards are not revealed to the public, he's kind of unsure if the public itself could trust these the rating system, which I did a research about it. And then during an interview with Joanne Graves, she works for the MPAA, and she basically says that the rating system exists for one purpose: to inform parents about the contents of the film. Our rating affect how we believe a majority of American parents, not just for the large cities and the coast, but everywhere in between, would rate a film. And she's basically explaining, and then during her interview, she explains how the process is formed, how they get these parents, different parents like our parents, or close, that has the same similar personalities and characteristics as our parents. And they get those people, and then they use their opinions on the films to basically rate them. And then he also, and then his third secondary claim was the rating process has no input from experts and raters, not held accountable. Like I just said, the MPAA, like Joanne Graves also explains it, because she's basically representing the field called classifications and rating administrations, where parents give the movies their ratings, and men and women just like any other. Basically, like I stated before. And my counterclaim to his third claim was the MPAA explains the type of people that work for the organization, that they trusted experts down the field by the filmmakers. Basically, I'm stating just like the filmmakers pick the experts they can trust, so they can rate their own movies, not just other random people. And it's coming back to his main claim, the MPAA rating system is flawed. My response to his claim is basically the MPAA rating system does not have any flaws, but just the fact that the system and process is focused not to public in general, but it's just for the parents itself. Yeah. And that's my refutation.
Well, Philip, you label the main claim pretty well. You're really responding to the first point immediately, so there's no setup of what the secondary points are going to be. Your response on the first point is okay, that it explains what the function of the rating system is, and I think that that's a good response here. You do have an argument on this first point that says that basically the ratings don't seem to matter, but the only example that you have here is an R-rated film, Pirates of the Caribbean. I would bet dollars to donuts Pirates of the Caribbean is not R-rated. I'm 95% certain on that one. So I'm not sure that your example fits this. And this is not a study that's being done. It's apparently your observation. So if your observation's inaccurate here, that's going to be problematic. We're going to be trying to make an inference off of something that doesn't appear to be all that reliable. The information on the second point I thought was a little bit clear. There's that whole explanation about how the MPAA is trying to regulate this for the whole country, not just for specific groups or what would be satisfying for one group or another, that they basically have to have a unified rating that's consistent throughout the country. And I think that's a good standard, but what you don't do is you don't defend that standard. I think that maybe the advocate presented some examples, Gesundheit, that would illustrate problems that they saw with this or inconsistencies, and you don't seem to address any of those, and I'm just not sure that you're making a very strong case for the MPAA except for their particular function. On the third point, it feels very much like it's a repeat of what you said earlier, and it sounds sort of like you start wandering and hoping that these points have some application to the advocate's argument, but I never heard any discussion of the applicant's reasoning or evidence, and I heard very generic information about the MPAA. So I think the argument needs to be a lot better researched and and you need, some more particular claims to be able to apply here. All right. Thank you.